I'm Dr. Dan from Vitamin Pro, and we're talking a little bit about detox. Now, you hear a lot about detox, so I just want to hit some very basic fundamentals here because it's important, and you need to understand, again, the fundamentals before you get all excited about some elaborate detox program. So, and plus, it helps understand, have a little bit of understanding about what it is that you're trying to accomplish and why, and do things that support that process and avoid things that were going to inhibit it. So, first off, when we talk about detox, is what is a toxin? And of course, a toxin is any chemical that can cause a negative reaction in your body. And some good examples might be environmental toxins, herbicides, pesticides, and a whole class of others, drugs, alcohol, and certain metabolic processes will also generate chemicals that can be considered toxins. So, again, the better that your body can go through these detox and render these harmless, the healthier you're going to be. So, your liver takes care of a lot of this detox, and it does it through what we call phase 1 and phase 2 processes. Now, phase 1 has some synonyms, so I'll throw those out there for you just so you've heard them. Cytochrome P450 is one of them, and the other is mixed function oxidase. These are all synonymous. Phase 1, cytochrome P450, mixed function oxidase. You can use those interchangeably. So, as a rule. So if you see one or the other, just know that we're talking about phase 1 detox in the liver. Now, in phase 1, what we're doing is actually altering that chemical to make it less harmful. Now, it's not going to get rid of it completely, but it's going to make it less harmful. In this process, you're going to need some antioxidants around because it's going to form a lot of free radicals, and these free radicals cause cell damage. So you need vitamin E around, you need vitamin C, and glutathione. You need some, a good healthy dose of antioxidants. So that's a whole other topic, so we'll go into that later. Not this video, but another one. So basically it's going to take this harmful chemical, let's say a drug of some kind, and alter it and change it into something less harmful. Now phase 2 takes that same drug and or a toxin, and it attaches another atom or another chemical to it, another molecule, to change it into something water soluble so that your body can actually get rid of it. And this process requires either taurine or cysteine, type amino acid. These are sulfur-containing amino acids that greatly enhance this process. So anyway, so phase 1, you're going to change it into something less harmful so that in phase 2 can deal with it and your body can excrete it. So it becomes fat soluble to water soluble to excretion in the bile or the urine. So there are certain things that can actually hinder this process of elimination in phase 2. And actually, I'm sorry about phase 1. So grapefruit, for example, will inhibit phase 1 activity, grapefruit juice especially. So if you take a drug and you drink an 8-ounce glass of grapefruit juice with it, that will slow down the detox of that drug by about 30%. So now that may be something you want. Maybe you want that drug to be around a little bit longer, so grapefruit juice can do that. The other thing, curiously enough, that inhibits phase 1 is curcumin, which is an active component of turmeric. Now, curcumin inhibits phase 1, but it augments phase 2, or enhances phase 2. So that has turned out to be helpful when you're dealing with certain types of cancers or certain carcinogens, like from barbecued meat or from cigarette smoke. So curcumin actually makes the body less toxic and able to resist that cancerous effect. So it's kind of interesting. So some of the other things that will cause problems with that phase 1 process are alcohol, barbiturates, caffeine, dioxin, engine exhaust, organophosphates, paint fumes, and sulfonamides. So that list I just gave you, and of course you can look on in the text here to see with those again, but those actually interfere with the whole process of detox. So your body's trying to get rid of those because they're all toxic, but they in turn have the ability to inhibit that process. So, the things that aid in the phase 1 detox are something called NADH, riboflavin, niacin, magnesium, iron, certain indoles from cruciferous vegetables, that's your broccoli, cauliflower, partly because they're sulfur donors, and agents that can hinder, we just talked about. There are other things too, but those are the most important ones for now. Now let's do phase 2. This will be kind of short, so hang in there. Phase 2 takes the products from phase 1, the damaging chemicals, and it turns them into something less damaging, less toxic, and then they go to phase 2, which they get attached a molecule or even an atom sometimes that changes the electrical activity, the structure, and it actually changes those into something more water soluble, so your body can excrete them either through the bile or through the urine. So phase 1, you're altering that chemical to make it less toxic. Phase 2, you're making it water soluble and dumping it out. Now for phase 2, you need sulfur-containing amino acids, taurine or cysteine. And also things that are going to be helpful will be glutathione. Glutathione's important at every phase of detox. And so the foods that are going to help you here too would be obviously those cruciferous vegetables that also helped in phase 1. Eggs, garlic, onions, leeks, and shallots, because those are going to contribute some sulfur to the process. Therefore, if you're going to be healthier, have a healthier liver, be more disease resistant, have better aging, what are you going to do? Basically, you're going to try to avoid the environmental toxins as much as you can, and avoid food additives, drugs as much as possible, and free range, organic, non-GMO foods will be helpful. Now, and take some appropriate supplements. Now, for supplements, you recommend something that's going to boost your glutathione levels, because that tends to drop off as you get older, and you need that for phase 1 and phase 2. So you got to have that glutathione up there. And also you can take some good general liver supplement support. For that, we recommend Digestgenics, Livergenics, and that's designed particularly to help both phase 1 and phase 2 processes. So anyway, there's kind of a long and short of detox. And of course, that can go into volumes and volumes of information, but you need to understand some of the basics. So that's what this is all about today. So thanks a lot for listening, and hopefully that was helpful.